What is up everyone, Barricade here and bringing guys a quick Gears 5 update. I actually really wanted to talk about the What's Up article that was released today because there's a lot of major changes that I feel would be really worth talking about. And actually I'll put the link to the article in the video so you guys can read it yourselves, but there's just a few key things that I just really wanted to talk about right away. The very first thing I wanted to talk about was that they're actually making very major changes to the Gnasher when it comes to shooting. The thing that's really crazy is I'll post some images right here on the screen so you guys can take a look. But the one thing they're doing essentially is they're changing the randomness of certain shots when it comes to blind fires, hip firing, things like that. So one major thing right there, as it shows an image that I just put up, is that when it comes to blind firing over cover, before in the past, every time you would shoot, the spread would kind of just go anywhere. It's kind of go, up to the left, up to the right, down to the right, or something like that. Kind of just really random, and just simply was kind of decided by fate of where that bullet would go and if that shot would hit. But now they're actually making it to where the Gnasher on blind fires is extremely consistent, to where no matter which way you're aiming the gun, it'll just go that way. So if you're aiming a certain angle, certain everything, it always will go that way every single time you shoot. So actually I really like that because of the fact that when it comes to the Gnasher, one thing I always hated is there's been a lot of instances where I think to myself, damn, I shot that guy, and then there's times where I shoot the same exact way and either they'll die or they'll sponge it, and it's just really random. And I feel like this is what caused that, the randomness of where the bullet would go, the consistency of the bullet, etc. But the thing is, now that it's just going to go a certain way, that will actually make it to where we can aim it a lot better, make it more consistent, and essentially make it more competitive in a sense, because now we'll have more of an idea of how to aim our shotguns when it comes to the blind fires. So it shows right here, like I showed in the image, it shows that for aiming over cover, it is the same thing now when it comes to hip firing when pulling off a wall. So like if you slide to a wall and pull off, it'll essentially do the same exact thing. Same exact thing for a back A, or what I like to call simply a off the wall, where essentially you pull off the wall too when you're on low cover and you pull off and shoot. Same exact thing in the past. All the Gnasher shots were completely random, but now they are consistent and always go a certain way. In the images here I'm showing, they are still, but feel free to pull up the article even while listening to this video, because the video will actually show little video clips showing how it looks when you shoot. So if you want to get more of a visual example, definitely pull up the link itself. So, and it even shows these images here of how they're even changing the spread itself. You guys notice the old style had it kind of more higher up when it came to the center parts of the pellets, whereas now they're more consistent, more condensed. So I feel like that could lead to more people being bodied, a stronger shotgun, and a more consistent shotgun. Because the more closer the spread, the more easier it is to hit those, strong shots, those body shots, things that will, essentially blow somebody up. And the other thing that they mentioned as well is even moving like left to right won't change the spread as well. Before, the spread was pretty much random, or it kind of would go all over the place when you're walking left to right. Now when you shoot, it's just really consistent and just goes the same way that you were. So if you kind of like swerve back and forth, kind of like do a strafe, and always end your shot where you stood before and come back to the same exact spot before and pull the trigger, it's gonna go that same exact way. So that's the thing that's really cool, because once again, like I stated, it's going to make the Gnasher more consistent in my opinion, and it's going to become more of a situation where you know how to aim the gun, and depending on how you aim the gun, the bullet's going to go out a certain way. So to me, I feel like that's going to make it more based off skill and accuracy of aiming. So overall, I feel like this is an amazing update. I can't wait to try it out. It sounds really good on paper, but I guess we'll see how it feels once we actually play the game. But I don't know. To me, random shots, while they do make sense realistically, I never really liked it because it made the game feel very inconsistent. So this should improve the game, in my opinion. And then the other thing they're doing too is actually another major change is now you no longer have your camera shake when you get hit by a shotgun. So if you get hit by a shotgun kind of randomly, your screen usually would shake really bad. And now when it comes to the new one, it still flinches a little bit, but it's very, very minimal. It's not like something crazy. And I like that too, because now it gives you more of an opportunity to fire back, to have more accuracy on that return shot. So overall, I feel like these changes are simply just making these shotguns stronger, which is a good thing. That's something that we really like. The other thing that they were talking about as well is actually the return of ranked team deathmatch. And the only thing I don't like about that is because I don't know why they're so against ranked TDM right now, because the style for ranked TDM now is instead of 5v5, it's 4v4, which I guess wouldn't be too bad, but the problem with it is in order to play ranked TDM, you can only play it with solo queues or with a dual team. So you can't play with the full team of 4, you can't play with a 3 stack or 4 stack. You could only play with a solo player or maybe with a friend, so 2 teams. So every time you hop in the lobby, it's going to be essentially solos and 2 stacks. So that's kind of weird. I'm not really sure why they're changing it so much. No one really had a problem with ranked TDM, so I don't see why they're really like trying to change it so much. I feel like what they should have did is they should have just changed the style of the lives. I saw there was a lot of rumors going around saying that before that instead it would still be 5v5 and everything, but you would have a set amount of lives per person. Like each person would only have a set of 5 lives, and then once their lives run out, they would be dead, but it wouldn't affect the whole pool of lives. Something like that, I feel like would have been a better choice. But this idea for ranked TDM, kind of like, like I personally don't like it. I don't really play ranked TDM, to be honest, but I can tell that this is gonna make a lot of ranked TDM fans mad, and they're gonna get really annoyed and probably not play it, and maybe even turn the game off for them. So you guys let me know your opinion on ranked TDM's new style, and tell me if it's something that you still would like to play. The other thing I just really want to talk about real fast as well is the changes to the Lancer. They are actually going about making it to where the Lancer is stronger, but only at closer ranges. I'll pull up this little graph and everything they have here, and essentially what all this is saying is that when it comes to being closer, the damages have been increased from 50 per bullet to 55 per bullet. So in other words, it can result in a 12 shot down. If you're shooting someone up close, pretty close, it increases the damage and lowers the amount of bullets required to down them. And it also increases headshot damage. Also, it reduces the drop-off of damage at close range. So overall, the Lancer is going to be stronger at close range, essentially. It's the easier way to put it. It's going to do more damage and more headshot damage. So I kind of feel like that could be a good idea. We'll see how that plays out, because the one thing I have noticed is there has been instances where I am trying to shoot someone with the Lancer and they just run right through it and destroy me. And I'm not really one to really spam Lancer or use Lancer a lot. I mostly use my shotgun at close range. But there is those instances where you don't have the moment, you don't have the time to switch to it. You just got to try to shoot your Lancer. And so far it kind of feels like a pea shooter, like you're just shooting and they just run through it and mow you down. So I feel like it could be a good change, but I just hope it doesn't feel too overpowered. We don't want the game to be too Lancery, too much, everything like that, like the way it was before. I believe the only other thing that was really worth mentioning in the What's Up article today was that they're going to reduce the slide speed as well when it comes to sliding to cover, wall bouncing, things like that. From what the numbers show here in the part of the article, it doesn't really seem like it's too big of a difference, but it's kind of hard to judge with numbers. We got to actually get in there and see how it feels when we're actually playing the game and combat, things like that. I feel like that could maybe be a good thing. So far, I felt the sliding and wall bouncing was okay now. I felt like they already made it good enough. So making it slower might not be a good idea, but I guess we'll see how that goes once it actually comes out. But overall, guys, I just kind of really wanted to talk about the What's Up article today. I usually don't talk about these, but the fact that they're making a major change to the Gnasher itself just felt like it was worth mentioning and worth talking about today. If you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about these changes to Gears 5 and overall Operation 4. How have you guys felt about Operation 4? Do you feel like the game is better now? Do you play it a lot more? I personally have. I personally like the game a lot more. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see any of my other content, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.